integrity.
Letter M. He made it. He's in the building.
What's going on?
What's going on, my brother? How you doing?
Man? I'm glad to be here, man. Honored to finally be here.
We made it. We made it happen, bro.
Yeah, man.
My brother. Come on, man. You already know what it is, bro. We locked in. My brother.
So, man.
My brother, man. My brother. How you doing, man?
Man, I can't complain. Like, I'm alive. I'm breathing. You know,
Respect. I love it.
Every day above ground is a great one to me.
Come on,
bro.
bro.
At least that's the mindset I done pushed myself to think, like, in a positive way.
Love that.
Yeah.
Let's talk to him. Letter M. Let's talk to him,
Eastside
brother.
General here, man.
Come on, man. You living or you surviving?
Being completely transparent, I say I'm surviving. Like, I've been trying to live, but I'm surviving. I feel like because I just been, procrastinating a lot with a lot of things that I know could change my position or my circumstance.
Gotcha.
And I feel like that's what's also shaping me into the man I need to be. Taking initiative and not doubting myself as much.
Real.
And I feel like that's where like some of the, self-doubt and depression come from, where it's like you just doubting how great you can actually be.
Go ahead.
So I'm at a space now where I'm like, fuck that. I can't doubt myself no more. There's too many people that's done told me how great I am, or that pour into me, or that give me flowers without me asking, and they just like, bro, I don't think you even realize, who you are, or what you mean, or how important you are. So
that's a fact.
When I play them, conversations back in my head, no matter how many people done said it, that's what pushes me every day. Looking at my family, they push me every day. Looking at my son, he pushed me every day.
Real.
Because it's just like, I got to create a life for him.
Absolutely.
That's not like suffering or in struggle. How parents, they always say, I don't want you to go through what I had to
went
go
through. Absolutely.
That's how I'm looking at it now, because it's like, it ain't about me. It never was about me.
Go ahead, bro.
It never was about me. Like, everything I'm doing is to take all the burdens off of everyone around me, because I see how much they struggling and what they go through, and they living normal lives.
That's right.
These are people that had dreams but might have been scared to take that risk.
Go ahead.
So they living through me, vicariously through me. So
real.
I know the weight that I hold, the pressure that's on me, but it's literally turning me into that star, that diamond that they see me as.
Go ahead. Absolutely.
One bar I got, I was just like, I never care about who throwing dirt, because diamonds came from mines.
That's a fact.
Like, they find diamonds in mines.
In mines, absolutely.
So if they throwing dirt, it don't matter, bro. Like, that's how I look at life. Like, it's just like, you can go through the losses, you can go through not getting the wins. The losses is what's gonna create the win.
Create the diamond.
It's gonna create that. It's gonna create that soil. You gotta put seeds in the soil, right?
To grow.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Welcome to the Integrity Response with your brother CEO Khacki. Every individual sitting across from me doesn't believe in being typical, ordinary, or familiar. They're elite, meaning society's norms don't sit well with them. They believe in raising the bar for themselves, family, and for those they may never meet. From those in humble beginnings to those in the midst of greatness and legends who've paved the way. With a comedic edge, I will ask the questions that hold value, and I believe we'll gain insight to the real them. It's the Integrity Response. Letter M.
Hey, man, I'm here.
Let's take them back, brother. Let's take them back.
Let's do it.
Before rap, before entrepreneurship, at the age of 9, what did you want to be?
Age of 9, I say, honestly, I was on some like figuring out how to take apart video console, like game systems, like game consoles. Like, my mama literally would tell you a story of when I took apart. My dad too, like my dad in my life too. I got a 2-parent home. They both have like a perfect half and half pour into me of like, the crazy and the calm.
That's
and,
good. That's
and
good.
The smart and the funny and all that. So growing up, I would just do things, but it wouldn't be like just disruptive. I was always in my own space.
Gotcha.
I was always playing with my things. I wasn't just touching whatever, trying to get into whatever.
Right.
But when it came to like something like a game console, like the PlayStation 2, I think, or matter of fact, the PlayStation 1, I tried to take that apart. My dad and my mom said I took it all the way apart.
Wow.
Trying to figure out how it worked and put it all the way back together.
Intrigued.
And then they was just impressed like, and it came from me. Why did he do it? And then I was like, when they asked me, they said, "Why did you take your system apart? You could have broke it." I was like, "I just wanted to see how it worked."
Wow, bro. Wow.
And they was just sitting there like in awe and shock, like just like that's crazy. And then my mama look at my dad like, "That's you, that's your son."
Go ahead, right?
And he just like, "Well, I know, you know,
part, right?
he the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? He showed
bro.
me, you know, so he done set a lot of examples that he don't even understand how much I absorb just by watching him.
Wow.
You know, like I appreciate him in a lot of ways that
what's up.
I probably haven't been able to, you know, tell him. You know,
real, bro.
He knows. He can feel it, you know,
Absolutely,
but it's
bro.
just like, and he can see it.
That's
I feel
right.
like off of just the man I am today, he's like, I'm sure he proud of himself.
Absolutely.
Like I raised a good dude. I raised a good man,
That's
like
real,
a good
bro.
young man. So yeah.
Real.
Shout out to Pop.
Shout out to Pops,
Shout out to
man.
Pops,
Shout out to
man.
Pops and
Shout out to
Mom. That's
Pops.
what's up.
Mom, dudes, Pop.
How, siblings.
I got an older sister.
Gotcha.
We 9 years apart.
I was just about to say, how old are 9 years?
9 years.
So
I'm 29.
Come on. So in the household though.
Yeah.
So you, I'm just saying, I'm gonna go with a 6th grader.
Yeah.
She's already in college, damn near. You
Type shit, like,
right.
yeah.
So you was really a baby as she was.
She was like going into, you know,
Absolutely.
that teenage to adulthood, you know.
Are you already an uncle?
Yes.
And you're a dad.
Yes.
Come on, man. That's what's
Yes,
up.
for
Real.
sure. You got a big
so you're a
fan,
young
yeah.
uncle.
Young
Absolutely.
uncle.
That's
Young
how it always
uncle.
goes,
Well,
right?
I honestly, I feel like I'm an old uncle now because my nephew, he in like his junior year,
Gotcha.
or 10th grade, junior year,
ahead.
1 or 2.
Right.
But my niece, she's young. She like 9.
Come on.
So it's like, you know, I done aged through. Like I raised them
Right.
with my sister, like
Absolutely.
helping my sister out because you know she wanted to still go have fun. So I
Right.
was there. I was
Always
the
there.
brother that was
Respect.
like, yeah, I got you. Go ahead. And they just love being around me. Like
Respect.
kids love me. So
That's dope, bro.
I was able to learn a lot from my mama. You know, helping everybody else out.
Real,
My
bro.
mama like Mother Teresa,
She was the village.
The village.
She gon' like.
and I feel like
Ain't that an East Side thing?
yeah,
Let's
I was about to touch on that. I was about to say like me.
I know for a fact.
I about to say coming from
East
the
Side
east,
something different,
man,
bro.
it's a village. We got a village. Everybody got a village there, man. Like literally how villages got all them huts just throughout the land. Like that's what it is. Like
Bro, just hearing you guys from the East Side, y'all story, the big ass neighborhoods.
man,
You know what I'm saying? It's
man,
a
we got
village.
we got burbs. It's
Bro,
real. It's suburbs,
bro.
but
It's like
it's crazy because you would think in the burbs you're not gonna deal with
no, I
all
know.
the extra.
will.
You wouldn't think that, but
I
as
know
I
you.
grew up, definitely was just like going through any other hood
Absolutely,
that
bro.
I've been to.
Absolutely.
Like even when I was in high school, I think like my 9th and 10th grade year, Stone Mountain was on the number 2 most
Wow.
dangerous cities.
Wow.
For what though? You know what I'm saying? Like, but when I realized, you know, what was going on, like yeah, like they finding bodies in the Shine
Absolutely.
Park.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? They finding bodies in a car in a parking lot.
Real, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like being outside wasn't as safe as you thought it was.
Real. It's
So-
just everybody was outside.
Everybody was outside.
That's a fact, bro.
Everybody was outside.
That's how- bro,
and I
that-
was really outside. That's why
Real.
people like anybody from my side to tell you like, nah, M was outside. He was there. Like he was present. I'm there for people. I'm there just to even get myself in a different position. Cause it's like, bro, I need folk to know about me. So if I gotta go in a very uncomfortable place and be myself, I'll do that.
I'll do
I'm
it.
never scared to be myself. That's why I feel like every hood respect me.
Real.
Any hood that know of letter M respects letter M because I'm just myself. I'm not being a fake gangster. I'm not being fake tough, but you will respect me as a man.
But you walk light knowing that you're being yourself.
Exactly.
Respect.
Like I wouldn't even say I walk light. I walk heavy because I'm confident. Like
Real.
I'm myself in every room. I'm not intimidated by nothing. I've been around it all.
Everything.
My mama from the hood, my dad from the hood is they like, you know what I'm saying? They grew up different from what they gave me.
Are they originally from the East Side, Atlanta, or
No, so that's the crazy part. My mama's from the hood of Louisiana, Shreveport.
Okay, so she really from the hood. It's real. Real.
My pops from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Gotcha. Okay, so I know he dealt with some things
Yeah.
that you probably don't even know of
Don't
to
even
this
know
day.
of that. He probably ain't never told
And
me.
probably never will.
You give him and won't. He don't have to.
Chattanooga, I know he dealt with some
That's what I'm
things.
saying. And my dad was in the Air Force.
Shout out to him, man. Appreciate your service, Pops. That's real, bro.
So
That's
you
dope.
know what I'm saying?
Definitely,
So it's just like I don't take none of this like, you feel me, like how my upbringing was. I talk about it, I put it in my music, I put
real,
my
bro.
real life in it. I put things I experienced in it for real. It's not a facade. I'm not trying to be this guy over here with switches and this type of gun.
I
Like,
am who I am.
I'm who I am. You don't gotta like me, you don't gotta love me, but you will respect me.
The letter M. Roman numerals.
Hey man.
1,000.
1,000.
I am 1,000.
1,000.
Come on,
all
bro.
the time.
And
that's partially like part of how I came up with my name.
I know. I did my research. Absolutely. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real. Absolutely.
For sure. Yeah, you tapped in.
Come
See,
on,
I
bro.
like,
Come
see,
on.
hey,
Another
no, man. Hey.
My brother,
Hey, man. Come on, man.
Of course,
I like these
bro.
type of interviews, man,
Absolutely,
where it's
bro.
not like the same questions
Absolutely,
or they asking the same surface level things. Like,
bro.
you know, for
Real,
sure.
bro. Let's talk to him, man.
Yeah.
Like, outside of that, like, growing up, you know, you was outside.
Yeah.
Being who you were.
Yeah.
Curriculum, school. What was your favorite subject?
So, my favorite would be literature. Definitely. And
Makes sense, bro. Makes
right
sense.
behind that, I say social studies. Like,
Gotcha.
my two weakest subjects was science and math.
Now I'm going back to this game system, this PlayStation. Social studies. Like, you had to know the history. You had to know what really is inside of that.
Yeah.
I had to know I had to know what this came from, why this is like this.
And reason being is because my dad would work on things like that, or like some might be broke, and I always watch my dad fix things. He uses this reference of MacGyver.
Go ahead.
And I'd be like, now that I'm older, I get it. Cause I know who MacGyver is, and I'd be like, "Pop, you literally like MacGyver. You fix everything.
Absolutely.
The black MacGyver,
bro.
you fix everything." So I think me always seeing him fix things and get something done or making something happen, that's what kind of got instilled in me. So it's like I just attempted it with a game console.
I love that, bro.
So
like you're there for the resolution.
Yeah.
There for the end result.
Yeah.
Like how we speaking off camera, bro. Like, there's no stopping with me. I have to find out the end result.
Got to.
Bar, bro.
Come on, man.
Bar,
Come on,
bro.
man.
Bar, bro. What about sports? Did you play any sports growing up?
Yeah. So I played flag football.
Come on.
I played basketball. I never got to play real baseball. I played T-ball.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
So those the few sports I got into.
What was your favorite?
And I did Taekwondo.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but
hard.
I made it all the way like a green belt when I stopped.
What did you stop around middle school or right at high school?
Right before high school.
Gotcha.
Like right before high school.
Isn't that normally how it goes?
And then I mean, even with high school, I tried out for the team, but the coach at the time, his reasoning and what he told me, cause I really like went and pulled him to the side, like, bro, what's going on? Cause I cooked. And he kind of discouraged me by telling me I was too short. And I think at the time he needed a team that was more height based or height oriented. Because in the tryouts, defense was on point. Got buckets. I wouldn't say I was the best shooter, but I was able to make layups. I was able to steal the ball, able to assist, see the floor.
Played your part.
Did what I'm saying. So at that moment, I'm like, I gotta be a key player, like a role player, if anything. But that wasn't how it went. And that discouraged me to where I kind of lost the passion for sports, where I just go play pickup games now. Like,
You was the neighborhood outside.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? I run with anybody, even still to this day. I go, like, I done been in celebrity game with my boy, Seti Hendricks.
Real.
You know?
Come on now.
So
shout out to Mondo, too. He really,
Mondo,
he be out there.
Mondo be hoop. Hey, Mondo be playing. Hey, that boy got real highlight tapes.
Absolutely.
Put that boy on hoop mixtapes. I'm telling you.
That's real.
And he coaching the youth.
Come on, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I love it. Respect, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I'm around real people, real solid, genuine men, women that are my village, you know. So
Stevenson High.
Stevenson High School,
bro,
man. Alpha Road.
Come on,
what we doing?
That's real. Come
on,
bro.
man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You gotta beef it up.
That's it, bro.
Come on,
you
man.
started recording music around 2010, 2011.
I say 2011 to be exact.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
2011.
Sure. Yeah.
What was it about 2011 that you knew, like, I may have something. Let me hit the studio out. Like, what was it?
Okay, so being honest, confidence, I feel like just was always a little small flame in me. And it just took one thing to really set it off.
Wow.
And to me, the first thing that really set off that confidence before I even recorded a song was, like I said, I don't even think I said it yet, but dancing was my first love.
We said it off camera. Absolutely.
Yeah, so dance was my first love before even trying to be an entertainer, artist, musician, anything like that. And I had this pep rally in school, in middle school. I was in 6th grade, and I had to do a pep rally for the whole school.
Gotcha.
And I had a couple homies that we made a little dance group of, and at the time was like the Crank That era.
Okay,
so
absolutely.
a lot of people, I don't know, some people might remember the dance or might not, but in our routine, we did a crank that yank. Not crank that yank, crank that rocket. It was called crank that rocket.
Gotcha.
We did a crank that rocket routine.
Right.
And then after that, it did like a transition into a crump beat because crumping was like coming alive in that time.
Real.
So
West
as a
Coast.
sixth grader, imagine trying something like that in front of the whole school. And this is Stevenson Middle School. So it's rough. Like,
absolutely.
If you do something lame, you do something weak, they cooking.
That's it for you. That's it.
Stir fry. You feel me?
That's the whole semester for you.
I'm sitting there like,
real.
Most people would be panicking or being nervous. But for some reason, I had no butterflies in my stomach. I wasn't nervous. It seemed like that pressure made me want to live up to the moment. I don't know how my peers was feeling, but me personally, it like sparked a match in me. Like, nah, I'm finna show these folks because they not finna talk crazy about me.
Prove.
So next thing you know, we did the crank that rocket routine. They going crazy because they like, hold up, these young going crazy.
Y'all was in sixth grade.
Sixth grade.
So y'all the babies.
We the babies. And you know the babies, they ain't playing with us.
Absolutely.
They testing our toughness.
Fact.
They
Absolutely.
testing the thick skin, all that. Like, they trying to see if we weak. They trying to see if we lame. They trying to see if we,
right.
Things I don't want to say on camera. You
Absolutely.
feel me? So it's just like they was testing us, and I feel like that moment I was able to gain the entire school respect to the point where I wouldn't even be with my parents, and they'll be in the local Publix right by the school. And folks will see them and be like, you so-and-so dad, you so-and-so mom. Like, he was in that pet ride, he did that dance. Like,
it's like that?
Literally. Like, my parents could tell you the story.
That's
like,
the community, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
So
crazy.
I knew that I was making, at even that young, I knew that I was able to make a real impact.
Early impact.
And that sparked me going into music past the conversation I had with my granddad.
What does that do? What does that do for your confidence? Like, what does that do for your, just as a young, I'm sixth grade, we're looking at 12, you're not even 13 yet. Like, what does that do for a young man?
Honestly, it makes you trust in yourself a lot more than you doubt yourself. To the point where any challenge that came, it was just like, I gotta see if I can do it. I gotta see
back to that PlayStation.
What that end result is.
Real, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, and I literally can't make this up. But I feel like that's what pushed me to when I finally got to that moment where I was in the studio. I did this remix to Ham by Kanye and Jay-Z.
Come on now, classic.
It was the first verse I ever wrote, first thing I ever recorded, and I just jumped and I was like, all right, I'm gonna use this random cover art that my partner had made at the time. And he recorded me and laid that, put it on YouTube.
Wow.
I did 1K in 2 days.
Stop playing.
And I had my one friend at the time, like, she wasn't my only friend, but it was the first friend that like responded that where she said something that kind of like made me be like, okay, that's all I needed. I'm gonna shout out April.
Bro, that's
shout out
hard. You still remember? That's hard.
Yeah. Shout out
that lets you know that was vital in the come up.
Yeah,
that's hard.
She's still my friend to this day.
That's
shout
hard.
out my dog April.
That's
man.
hard. That's hard.
Cozy Ape on Instagram. Cozy Ape on Instagram. Go follow Twin. But yeah, so she had DM me at the time. I think on like Twitter, and because I don't think Instagram was like that at that point.
Right. Absolutely.
But Twitter was a thing for sure. And she got on there, and I think she went to the video, watched it, and then she messaged me and was like, "This is actually like good.
Wow.
I think you should keep going." And all it took was for me to get that one confirmation, and I ran with it. And I was like, I got something. So from there, I just boom, 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 hit the ground running.
Why Ham?
Honestly, Kanye was one of my favorite artists at the time.
Respect, bro.
And
I'm gonna segue right there because this is important for the supporters watching.
Let's do it.
Give me your Mount Rushmore, your 4, because I'm curious to know how.
Okay.
This young man picking the hand beat.
No specific order.
At all.
I can't put it in a specific order. But J. Cole for sure.
Bar.
Wayne.
Bar.
3 Stacks.
Bar.
And Eminem.
Bar.
Like that's like the core of what created me. Because and then if I give a 5th, like an honorable mention is Ludacris.
Wow.
Like
one of the most underrated MCs.
Man, the first rap album I ever had explicit was Word of Mouth.
Word of Mouth. Classic, bro. Classic.
Hey man, shout out to GOAT.
Classic.
Shout out to GOAT.
Bro, real. What would that sound like?
Eminem Ludacris track?
Yeah. What would that sound like? Bro, that would be.
Honestly, it'd be crazy to be honest. I got a record out right now called Wild Out. on all streaming.
Classic.
And I sampled Rollout.
Rollout. It's hard.
Like, bro,
out,
like, I know when he hear it, he gonna want to get on it. And it's gonna be crazy. And that'll be your perfect example of what it'll sound like. Cause I paid homage to his flow. I use my own words. I use my own hook. He gonna hear that and be like, hold up, he just gave this a new life.
Wow.
For real. Like, awesome. Even Childish Major, I know he worked closely with him. Shout out my boy Childish Major. Wow. But he worked closely with Luda too. And he told me it was crazy. Only critique he really gave me, he felt like I could have pushed to be a little more disruptive with the lyrics.
Gotcha.
To the point where it was like really taking it there.
Okay.
But he also was like, I could be just telling myself this, like as it's like resonating with itself. He was like, not saying that you gotta do that, but for some reason it's something telling me to tell you this to where it's like, maybe you should.
Gotcha.
I still went on a limb and just dropped it. Like, I feel like it's exactly what it need to be.
You know what real. It's like
sometimes you can trust your partner word, and sometimes you can go with what you feel like is right. And then we'll see who's right.
We'll see who's right.
You know? And maybe later in life I feel like he right. Maybe later in life he might feel like I made the right decision all along. Cause sometimes I feel like it's beauty and simplicity to the point where it's like, had I tried to take that risk on his record, would it have hit as hard as me paying homage to it?
Gotcha.
And that's what I want to see the result of.
Real.
So it's out right now. Like I said, all streaming, man. Everybody
you
go
do
get
your
it.
homework.
And they got a video out.
Where do you get that from as far as, because you're a student.
Yeah,
you're a
student of the game forever.
For you to say, you didn't mention any newer MCs.
Yeah.
J. Cole might have been the youngest on that list.
Thug. Probably Thug.
You did say Thug.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear you say Thug.
No, matter of fact, I said Wayne.
Yeah,
Only reason I didn't say Thug is because Thug comes from Wayne. That's it. That's the only reason.
Real.
That's the only reason. But
Absolutely.
yeah, for sure. But melodically, Thug, Future, them my ghosts.
Real.
Them my melody ghosts.
Real,
like,
bro. Real.
Man, yeah, for sure.
Let me ask, what was your first job?
So my first job ever, was a
first W-2. What was that?
It was a graphic T-shirt company.
Come on.
And I was I didn't necessarily get to print the shirts. They taught me how to. Like, they told me how to put the paint on the screen and, scrape it out, clean it out. So they showed me the process, but I never really got to be on the line.
Gotcha.
Mainly, they had me just cleaning out the screens with a pressure washer gun, so that was my job. But that was the first one I had. I think I was making like $8.
Gotcha. My first job, I was making $4.75, bro.
See that one? Yeah. I know that was crazy times.
Bro, I was balling.
Even $8 was still crazy times. But it's like, as a kid with no responsibilities, then that was some money.
Absolutely.
You come home with $100 check. You like, boy, hey,
it's up, bro.
I can get that McDonald's, mom.
Absolutely.
I can get that McDonald's.
Absolutely. That's real, bro.
Get that. What my mom used to call it, that McJackies. My mama named Jacqueline. Jackie.
That's all right.
She used to be like, you got some McDonald's money? I'd be like, nah. She'd be like, well, then you going to McJackie's. I'd be like,
that old Miss Jackie's
come
again.
on, that old Miss Jackie's. Not that it wasn't good, but as a kid, you wanted that. You wanted that fast food. You needed that.
Absolutely.
The nuggets going crazy.
That's real, bro. Let me ask you, man, if you could go back and give your 18-year-old self any type of advice, what would you have told him?
My 18-year-old self. I say be patient, because I feel like I was super anxious to the point where I did a lot of things sporadically, more than calculated. And I feel like now that I'm older, I'm more calculated.
Wiser.
And I'll let things play out before I try to force a result.
Real.
So I would definitely say just be more patient, like trust in the process, trust in yourself. Because I feel like around 18, 19, 20, I say all the way up to like 22, I really just wasn't sure of myself.
Gotcha. Let me ask you this. Was it after high school, two-parent home, great cloth, were they pushing for you for college?
Yes. So
okay.
my mom...
And was your sister already college bound? When you was in middle school, elementary.
So my sister didn't go. I didn't go. I feel like if I'm not mistaken, I feel like she did attempt to do like a community college or something of that nature. But the way our lives played out, things that transpired, things we went through, I feel like mentally we were just on a different frequency. Like,
gotcha. Understand.
My sister has her own reasons of why, she's on the path she's on.
Understand.
And me personally, I got my reasons.
Absolutely.
And with my parents, the main one I gave them, I said, it's not that I don't feel like I can exceed the curriculum. It's not that I don't feel like I could exceed in college. It's more so that that's not where my passion is at. That's
Absolutely,
not where my heart and mind and soul is at. So I wouldn't want y'all to invest y'all pockets,
bro,
and I put y'all in debt for me to just flunk out because I'm not applying myself.
Bro, you said
integrity.
So
real, bro.
I feel like with me having that conversation and me being that young and being able to say that, it hit them in a way where it was like, you know what? He not wrong. Like, yes, I would love for you to go to college. Even now, I feel like at any point, she would want me to still attempt to go.
Real.
And I do have those thoughts where I'm like,
sometimes
I might just do it.
Bro, like you said, good with the arts, everything. Like,
yeah, especially when me seeing J. Cole had a ability to do school, and then I even have peers that was able to successfully finish school and still be in this. So it's not that I fear doing it. It's just I know I wouldn't apply myself right now.
You. Real.
So why even sell myself short? Why go and not apply myself and then put myself in a way deeper hole than it gotta be? So
your dad, did he have any brothers?
No, he has his younger sister.
He went in the military. Did he push that on you?
No. So I have parents that truly believe in my dream. They truly were supportive of whatever I wanted to do.
Bro. I love that.
The most I say he pushed for was sports, but naturally I just wanted to play it. I feel like I always wanted to just be active. I was always bouncing around, dancing, just being a kid. And I feel like he put me in certain places to make sure I was active so I wouldn't be like obese or...
Absolutely.
He just made sure I was doing something. Being into something.
Learning, figuring out something,
showing me things, and
that discipline you have,
literally
that military background he has, discipline. My dad prior military, my mom prior military,
so yeah,
me
it's
prior
instilled.
military. It's instilled in so you have that, and I love the fact that just for the people watching, saying my parents, regardless of what I did, they back me.
Yeah.
And that makes you, that's where that confidence comes from.
Yeah.
Early on. It's
Early
like,
on.
My parents,
Yeah.
whatever I wanted to shoot for,
Yeah.
they're going
It was right there. They was like, let's try it. Like, they're the reason why I was able to gain more confidence in music because they literally would spend their last on getting me equipment. They bought my first MPC beat machine. They bought my first set of speakers, my first inbox, my first mic. Everything. Like, they made sure I was able to chase this dream, and I'll forever be indebted to them for that.
Real.
Like, forever. Like, and that's why I don't play with this. I got people that really invested in this beyond just the love and support. Like, they put real money into this. Like, things that they could have easily been like, I don't think it's gonna go nowhere. Because a lot of people don't get that same support from their parents. I know a lot of people with the story where it's like, my mama don't think I can really be a rapper, or she never even take the time to come listen to me.
Listen, why you saying something, bro? You saying something. I hear that story. That's real, bro.
So I'm grateful. I know how blessed I am, and I'm not scared to say that or admit that. I'm not scared to say where I'm from, because at the end of the day, that's what made me. Like, I don't have to prove to you I'm a gangster. I don't have to prove to you that being solid and genuine is also gangster. Like, being there for your family, being there for your friends, showing up for people that show up for you, that's gangster.
Come on, bro.
Integrity.
Like, making sure your mama's straight, your dad's straight when you can, that's gangster. I done had moments where I had to show up, and I did, and that's gangster. I had moments where I couldn't, and they showed up. That's gangster.
We spoke off camera regarding, I was saying to you, I said, bro, you wise beyond your years. You said you always been hearing that your entire life.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Honestly, I blame it on my ancestors first, down to my grandparents, down to my great-great-great-grandparents. I blame it on my bloodline. I feel like spiritually, it just followed me and attached itself to me. Like, right when my soul was formed, right when I was formed, I feel like it was there. And as I kept getting older and older, and the things that I was experiencing, the things that I was exposed to, it put me in that space to have that type of mindset.
Real.
Because I was very observant, always. Like my mama said, I can't remember what age I was, but I know I was too young to really speak, I feel like, clear English. But she said she took me to a nail salon with her, and I was able to speak the language they speaking.
Wow.
And it's crazy because it's like, I personally be feeling like, I don't believe that I did that, but the fact that she tells it time and time again.
Right. Why would she boast on that if it wasn't true?
If it wasn't true. And she like, nah, like he was really saying what they were saying. They looking at him like, how does he know what we're saying? You know? So I feel like just, that's in a way how my mind worked. And even with rap, when I first started rap, I used to write all my raps before I got in the space where I was just punching in and mastering freestyling, and where it was just like writing. Because I haven't wrote real verses, like just sit there and write a whole 16 in probably like 6-7 years, because I punch in almost everything where it's just coming straight from the soul.
That's what I just heard prior to this.
Yeah, sipping on scriptures, punch ins.
Not like this.
Punch ins. Tell you.
Integrity.
Track team, my witness. Track team, my witness, man. But
wow.
Yeah, like
about 30 seconds of your time. I really appreciate your support. With every interview, my aim is to bring integrity and fun back to the culture, and I can't do it without you. If you're enjoying this episode, please hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and hit the like button. It helps the algorithm. I appreciate you. Back to the interview.
Letter M, have you always known you was born for music entertainment?
Honestly, I wouldn't say that I knew that. Feel like this conversation I had with my granddad, rest in power to Grandy, you know what I'm saying? He had a conversation with me when I was about, like, I say like 12.
Gotcha.
We was in Chattanooga, because I used to go up there to visit them.
Gotcha.
And it was me, I think my pops and my mom was up there. Sometimes I would go by myself, like, for the summer and just be up there.
Gotcha.
But we was all there. But me and him had this bond over just the natural bond of me being his grandson, but a bond through wrestling. Like, I used to watch wrestling with him all the time.
I love it.
Monday night,
come on.
Friday night,
Raw. Right, come on.
SmackDown, all that. We'll literally sit on the phone till the show go off.
Come on, bro.
If I wasn't in Chattanooga.
Wow.
But with us being in Chattanooga, I sit in the room with him and watch it.
Y'all's.
Yeah, so
I love that.
Mind you, we watching it at this point, and he kind of like, we took our attention away from that, and he had a conversation with me. He was like, I know you like dancing and stuff, and it's like your passion right now. He was like, but what about being an entertainer? And I was like, well, what you mean? And he was like, you know, like MJ, he danced first.
Go ahead.
Then he got in a group. He became a singer. He became a real entertainer. And then he went on to be in like movies, doing interviews, commercials, all things. And he's just breaking it down. And as a kid, I'm just soaking it in because I was always receptive. I always was listening.
Especially to him.
And I think it sparked something in me to the point where it gave me that interest. And with me being 12 at that time, I say like 2010, he passed October. And it just stuck with me to the point where I was like, nah, I got to do it now. And he never got to hear the first body of work I made. And that didn't drop till like 2013. So 3 years later, finally dropped the real body of work on Dat Piff, one of the mixtape websites. Like Live Mixtape was big then. Spin Really was big then.
Absolutely.
You know, Dat Piff, everybody and their mama was dropping on that. You know, so me having something on there just meant something. And then had a real original cover art. It was me at a talent show, like a picture of me at a talent show on stage, and the title was Don't Compare Me. And this is 3 years after my granddad passed.
Absolutely. Okay.
And he never got to hear my music.
Gotcha.
Did it with my brother Miko. New Miko. Follow him on Instagram.
That's what's up.
Yeah, N-U-M-E-C-O. New Miko. Shout out my brother. But yeah, he's also an influence on why I do this music.
For sure.
And he was like already wanting to be a rapper.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And he was a year younger than me or a few months younger than me type thing. So I'm like the little bit brother.
Right.
He like the big little brother.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
So we chased this at the same time and took a risk. And I dropped that. He dropped his own solo project. It was called like Son of 13 at the time. And we both was just trying it out. And when it hit the net, it got some decent views. Like I say, to get like 200-300, maybe 5 at that time was crazy.
Bro,
like,
that
it was crazy.
That's crazy for most artists.
Like
right
this many
now,
people actually listening.
Took their time to listen to what I had.
And you don't know where it's coming from because we had things like Hulk Share.
Ain't no analytics.
What else? It was a couple other platforms that you could just put it on SoundCloud. You know,
right.
where it's just like. It would come in a different type of influx.
Absolutely.
Like now I feel like the numbers is more controlled.
Right.
With AI, all that extra label stuff.
Absolutely.
But like at that time, it was really organic to where you could drop something at any given moment and it could go. Like it was a time where we put a song on Hulkshare and it did like 1,400 in real time.
Because there was no algorithm. It was like when you released it, just say you released it at 2 p.m., everybody saw it in real time that this just dropped.
And we sitting there looking at the numbers like, bro, you see this shit? And we like, yeah, we never seen no shit like that. You know, so just doing things. Like, honestly, I feel like the era we grew up in, we were, like, the people we looked up to past, like, the OGs we was raised on, we looked up to, like, an odd future.
Come on.
Like, Tyler and them was so confident in themselves and free and just was rebels.
That's who you are.
And I feel like they played a big part in me, in like my friends, my bros. Like,
even your debut album title.
Yeah.
Don't compare me. Like, I'm not.
Just be different. I don't want to be like y'all. I don't want to be like y'all. I'm not like y'all. Even if I could try to be the way I'm raised, I just can't. You'll see it bleed out. You'll see it bleed out of me if I was capping, if I'm faking, if I wasn't being myself. It would have been checked. It would have been tested.
Wow.
It ain't a soul that had to do that.
What do you think 2025 currently, letter M, this game, what do you think is missing?
Honestly, just intention. I feel like every aspect of intention, whether it's social media, whether it's endeavors, entrepreneurship, it's just intention. And then the second one that's right behind it is consistency. A lot of people lack the consistency. I lack the consistency at some point. Now I'm in a space where it's like, I'm on some back-to-back. I'm on their head every chance I get.
But do you feel like you have to be a robot, daily post or daily
You don't have to be. You don't have to be a robot. It could be a natural, genuine flow. But just make sure it's consistent. Because consistent can be
once a week for 52 weeks.
For 52 weeks.
Go ahead, real. That's real. You're saying so.
And it'll pop eventually. But just imagine if you did it 2-3 times a week.
For 52 weeks. 3 times.
4 times, 5 times. Like, look at LaRussell. LaRussell is an independent artist.
All right, LaRussell.
Yeah.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Like, you remind me so much of his grind. You know, it's crazy you draw that do you feel you have a comparison towards him?
Yeah. I see
see
myself in him. Like, I feel like I embody that same type of risk taking, that same type of confidence in myself, where it's like, who needs to hear this gonna hear this, because it might not be for everybody. Like, me telling my story, me giving you that game, me giving you my pain, that might not be for everybody. But for the people that need it, for the souls that need that food for thought, it's gonna get heard.
It's for them.
It's
Absolutely,
gonna be for them,
bro.
And that's what he stand on. That's what he is about. He's about community. He's about change. He's about evolving, and I respect that so much. Like, it was even a time where I reached out to him, and him being as genuine as he is, he responded.
Absolutely.
Like, in no time, where I was to the point where I was so shocked and unready. I thought I was prepared, but I was shocked and unready. To the point where I just made a fake conversation where I was like, bro, I want to get you on a feature. I'm going to send it in like 48 hours. Never sent the feature. And things like that is what shaped me into the artist I am today. Because I was a little younger, to where I was like, dang, like, you got to really show up. You got to really be a man of your word. Because if you're not a man of your word, that could start to alter.
Fluff. It could be, I know what you're saying, bro.
You know, and my mama always just told me that growing up, like, make sure you being a man of your word. My pops too, like, be a man of your word. So when I fall short of that, I realized how much I need to get myself together, how much I need to recenter.
Recenter, I like that, bro. I like that, recenter.
Because I know it's not me. Like, if you fall short of it, that doesn't mean that that's you. That doesn't define you. But if you
Go
okay
ahead.
with that,
if you're okay,
if you content with that, if you content with consistently doing that to people,
then that's you.
Then that's you. And the fact that it eat me up whenever I have to fall short or whenever something put me in a position where I fall short, that eat me up to the point where it's like, I know that's not my soul, to where it's like, I'll fight for that. Like, I'll fight to prove to that's you that I care. Because if I didn't care, then you'd keep chasing me. You'd keep being, he ain't, he just like that.
That's real. That's real, bro.
You know?
The wrestler, I was supposed to actually interview him, but he didn't come back to Atlanta in time.
In time to do it, yeah.
Bro, when I do it, you got to be here.
I'm with it. Just let me know, man. Let's do that. Oh God, let's do that. God, bro, I love the wrestle, bro. Like,
absolutely, bro.
For me, not even know him, it's just what radiate out of him.
Bro, thank you. Energy.
Bro.
Yourself.
Literally.
Energy.
Literally, bro. And people feel me. And that's why I feel like that tangible feeling is there. And that's why it hits so hard for people that, get the opportunity to meet me or get the opportunity to see me live at a show or just simply get the opportunity to hear my music. It's like, bro, you're different. Like, even you was more confirmation and affirmation to the journey. Where it's like, bro, you're important. You're different.
Absolutely, bro.
That's why I stay myself, because it's like, why would I switch up what's actually making a difference? We need change. If things stay the same, we're going to get the same crazy results.
Tell you off camera, on camera, you are the change. You are the reason.
Appreciate you, bro.
I tell you, bro,
thank you.
I reached out to you.
Yeah.
I don't reach on this journey. I'm reaching out to the selected few.
Yeah.
You are one of them. I told you, bro, like, you have this gift. Ears to the street. I see, I hear, I follow everything.
Yeah.
There's some gifts in the world, bro, and I know you are one of them.
No,
you know you're one of them, bro. Like,
that.
and it's like, bro, like, you're gonna go through some things.
Yeah.
Because you are one of them.
Man.
But just, bro, like.
And talking about going through some things, man, like, I done been through it, like, from young to now. Like, just, seeing things I shouldn't have seen. Even with supposedly being in a sheltered home, it's like, it builds a certain sense of trauma that, you might not know how to make it through. You might not know how to even process. It was years of grief that I didn't even know how to let go of.
Gotcha.
That even now, I'm still just now being able to process for real.
A lot of people think a 2-parent home is peaches and cream as well.
They think so. They love to. They love to downplay it. They love to say the silver spoon joke. But it's not even that.
They don't even think, two humans trying to make something work, let alone with kids, through a journey.
Yeah.
Some people can't fathom what it's like to even know that these two are trying to bind together and hold tight, through it all.
I didn't even notice.
You don't realize, bro.
Notice what type of struggle, what type of risk, what type of sacrifice my parents was making until I got older. Like, as I got older, I slowly started to see, like, or I pay attention or see something that they never actually wanted me to see, and it'd be like, I get it. I get it now.
As a father of a son.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Shout out my baby boy. My baby boy, Aiden.
Aiden, shout out to Aiden, man. That's what's
man.
up, bro.
He's 5 years old right now.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Already in kindergarten?
Yep.
How has fatherhood, coming from great cloth, how has fatherhood scoped and changed your perspective on day-to-day, your grind, your mindset, your integrity? How has it scoped you and changed you?
Honestly, I feel like that's what put the real battery in my back. That's what really made me go and get it. Like, of course, I had, moments where I might not have been able to show up, might not have been able to make something happen, but I still did what I could every time. And one thing can't nobody say is that I wasn't there. I was always by his side. I'm talking about so much to the point where I literally would take off of work just so I wouldn't miss a doctor appointment or just so I wouldn't miss just being home.
Absolutely.
I took that risk of not going with bread or not getting consistent income to just not miss those moments.
Real.
And some people couldn't understand that. Some people was like, bro, like, you still got to be the provider, this, that, and the fourth. And I get that. But my father didn't have his biological father in his life. My granddad, that I consider my granddad, is who raised him. Grandy, the one that passed, that sparked the conversation, sparked the interest in music. He's the reason that my dad is the man he is.
And that wasn't his biological
That wasn't
dad.
his biological dad.
Gotcha.
And me seeing that dynamic, I was like, if I ever have a kid, I'm gonna embody what my dad shows. I'm gonna embody what my granddad shows.
Respect.
So when it came to my kid, I was like, I'm not missing this, because all I've ever known was my dad being right there. Right there. Like, my dad ain't missing nothing.
A lot of men don't, have that, shout out to my pop, man. Me and my dad, I was raised with my dad. My parents split when I was 8 years old, raised by my dad. Literally just had lunch with him today. Like, it's a difference being raised with a man in the household, right. Certain things.
The dad being there makes a huge difference.
Big, bro, like, it's something different.
Like, I don't know what that's like to not have your dad. Like, in respect to those that had to go through that. But me not knowing is why I cherish it so much.
The lack thereof made me respect what I do have. Literally. That is...
Literally. Like, anytime, like, even my closest partner, Miko, even my other partner, Bill, Trip, any of them that, like, grew up in a space where it was any type of friction with their parents, or, just seeing a dynamic where it wasn't always what I grew up in, they would remind me to be grateful. Like, bro, chill. Like, if I ever disrespected them, it's like, bro, chill, because that's there.
Real.
They not going through what my folks going through. And that altered a lot of my mindset and thinking.
Growing up, your sister 9 years senior, were you, of course dad was there, were you looking at guys in the neighborhood like, big bro, or were you easily influenced, or pops put a cap on being easily influenced by?
Both of my parents did.
Gotcha.
They was the quote unquote of, if they go jump out the bridge, you gonna jump too. And that just them being on my head like that, integrity. It always made me think for myself, to the point where it's like, I can be me, I don't gotta do what they do. If they about to go hit this lick, I ain't gotta go. If they about to go do something crazy over here, something stupid, something irrational, I ain't gotta go.
Your pen, being a wordsmith, your ability to not write things down but sing.
Yeah.
You're painting this picture of everything you've been through, everything your homies been through, mm-hmm. everything you've seen, everything you didn't do, everything
right.
you did.
Right.
Does that make for like a, like why you're able to push your pen with integrity?
Yes, it really does. Because if I didn't have those avenues of life and foundation of really going through that, or really being around that being my environment, I wouldn't even be able to give you the story. Like how Nipsey said, he couldn't understand rappers being rappers without having something to really rap about, without having a real story to tell. What's the point? And when he said that in the interview, it stuck with me, because I'm like, I have something to talk about. I have real things I went through that could be damn near therapy for the next person that might be scared to speak on it, that might be scared to be that vulnerable. But when they hear this song, that's when they can have that guilty pleasure, like where it's like, I can be okay in this space. This is a safe space for me to be like, I'm hurting. I miss my brother. I miss my sister. I miss my mama. I miss my auntie. So far, so on. I'm that voice, and that's why I speak with intention when I'm on wax. That's why I talk with intention. Yeah, I have my fun records. Yeah, I got the ass shaking music. I have that. But
you're an artist.
I'm an artist always. But the stuff that I know gonna make a change, that's gonna really speak to somebody's soul, that's where I shine the most. Anytime I make those records, that has the biggest reaction. Because what Future said, sound like my soul crying when my soul speaking, or something in that nature. Like it's like my soul crying when my soul speaking. Like your soul literally comes out of you when you having a real connection to what you're pushing. If it's not a real connection there, it's gonna sound like
it's a fluff. Absolutely.
It's gonna sound like it. You could hear when it's fabricated. You could hear something not connecting, or something just ain't right. And I feel like that's why it's nothing to question with me, because I don't bluff nothing. I don't fake nothing. I keep it transparent. I keep it a bean. I keep it a buck. Keep it 1,000. Like, it's just the way I was raised is like, as long as you being yourself, they gonna respect you.
You're gonna float. You're gonna be free. You're gonna be light.
Every hood I've went to, every gang member, gang, whatever, a street dude, whatever you want to call it. Anytime I have a conversation with them, like, bro, one thing I fuck with you about, bro, you yourself. I've had several conversations with different people from all walks of life where it's just like, bro, one thing I like about you most, you always happy, you genuine, but you yourself. Like, you yourself. And it's unapologetic. I walk in a room full of mean, mugging, stiff shoulder, cold shoulder, anybody and be smiling like, what's up with y'all? And they ain't even got to respond. But I still speak and be like, what's up?
You are you. Katie Gotti was just in here. Yeah. You guys just met for the first time. It's my brother.
For sure.
You're my brother.
Shout out to bro.
I don't speak a lot, but I listen and I love y'all interaction. A lot of times, you know, men have this macho thing.
Mm-hmm. Like, I'm the big dog. Like, who, bruh?
Yeah.
Bruh?
And I just love the fact that
it's supposed to be my performance or something. Yeah, like
these two men who've never known each other, one from the south side, one from the east side.
I feel like that's Southern hospitality.
Bro, y'all.
Because if you put that anywhere else in the world, it might not go the same.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's like we're Renaissance men.
Yeah.
We're here to paint a picture for this world.
Yeah.
I respect your art. You respect my art. Let's get it done.
I respect the fact. I respect most people just chasing the dream. Most people taking a real chance on themselves. I support it. Like,
doesn't it take something? Isn't it?
It's free. That love free. If you feel something from it, why not support it? Like, and I'm talking about just you. It ain't gotta be because of the approval of your timeline or the approval of your followers or because your friends think this is fire. Nah, if you think it's fire, show it love.
Show it.
And that's how I move. If I don't think it's fire, if it don't speak to my soul, I'd probably tell you keep working. Like, I still give you positive words, but I might not be behind it like that. But
because you're authentic.
I'm authentic.
You don't know how to.
I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to fake kick it.
Integrity.
So it's just like,
your dad had a lot of integrity, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's hard to fall from the tree, isn't it?
My dad can't fake kick it with
bro,
nobody.
My dad can't fake kick it with nobody.
It's gonna be in his face.
That's real, bro.
You gonna feel his energy for you even walk through the threshold. Like, you can feel him in the next room when you ain't looking at him.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real, bro.
And that might be where, even from, like, with my mama too, like, just the mix of them, my clairvoyancy and things, like, it's played a big role in why I've survived a lot.
You don't sugarcoat. I'm gonna switch topics. Headshots on the radar.
Yeah.
Went crazy.
Lost my top, blacked out. Man.
How does it feel to be on that platform where you're on this platform with legends, upcoming, future legends? Mm-hmm. How does it feel to be on that platform? And I want to discuss a bar, but first, how do you feel
about it?
Yeah.
Honestly, first and foremost, thank God, that was a big blessing for me, because I'm talking about for a long time I wanted to be on there.
Come on.
And I'm talking about, like, on some just, I'm ready, like, and I still feel the same way with, like, Sway in the Morning, Funk Flex, LA Leakers, Cosmic Kev, any of them platforms. If I get on there, I'm showing my ass. I'm showing my ass. Absolutely. Because it's just like, I know who I am. I know that I'm like that. And I know that I'm top two and not two. I've been saying that for a long time.
Integrity.
I know people say that, but I mean it. Like, I really live that. Like,
what do you have against these old rappers? You said a lot of these rap niggas should retire.
Yeah. So it's not even that I got something necessarily against them. I feel like a lot of people lost the hunger for it. Ooh. I feel like old to new, even the YNs. You
can hear it.
You can hear that it's a certain type of passion that lacks. That it's a certain type of hunger, like, I can really be something off of this. Wow. It can really change something for me. Sometimes they get to a certain point where it's like, I'm making millions, I'm making this, I'm making that. And that hunger ain't there no more. I refuse to be that story.
The Russell. Like, I don't care what the money does.
I don't care.
I'm going to be who I am.
I'm still going to pop this so crazy. Like, I got to.
All hits, no misses.
Come on.
Do you feel untouchable?
I wouldn't say I'm untouchable. I feel like everybody bleed the same. So I wouldn't say I'm untouchable. But I will say I'm divinely protected by a higher source. I got real angels. I pray a lot. And I'm just a man first. So it's like, in any setting, any type of scenario, I'm going to handle it as such. And if anything is to come for me or put me in a space where I might be in harm's way, I know somehow, some way, I'm going to wiggle out.
Real. Your track might be Honorable C Note.
Hey, man, shout out to Honorable C Note. Big dog.
Bro.
The big bro. Yeah.
This is a legend.
A legend.
And, you know, just shout out to Honorable C Note, bro. Man. Just a legend in the game.
Fucking legend, dog.
Working with Letter M, bro. How does that feel, you know, this is a platinum producer, bro. Like, you know,
man,
this is one of them. Like,
how
does that feel, bro?
He got so many records.
Oh, come on, bro.
Them
folks better recognize.
The list go on, bro. Like, you might get frustrated off of knowing the shit he made.
Bro,
like, what?
Absolutely, bro. Come on.
That shit, it honestly is another blessing, bro. Like, I don't take it for granted. Like, he really took me under his wing with open arms.
Real, bro.
One of the first industry people that I can genuinely say was just like, yeah, I believe in you for real.
Up,
this ain't just cause at the time I was signed. It ain't just cause I was signed. Like, he talked to me like, bro, I want to mold you into something great.
Wow.
I'm talking about invited me into his home.
Come on, bro.
I'm recording in his home.
Oh, wow.
He was like, you got an engineer, bring him. I'll let you record here.
That's how much you believed in.
Like, I don't take that for granted, bro. I don't take that for granted. I got it. The tracks probably not as crazy to the point where it's like this could all come out right now. But I made enough tracks with him to where we could drop a body of work together. Like,
wow,
for real. You know what I'm saying? And I even told him, I've been on his head like, bro, I'm ready to lock back in. Like, we need to make some newer music. And he with it.
What's your recording process like? First, 2-part question.
Yeah.
You like recording in the mornings, afternoons, evenings, or nights?
Yeah.
What do you like in the studio with you? What don't you want nowhere near you? What's the studio environment like?
So for me, it varies. It's all like, I'm real big on energy.
Real, bro.
Like, it goes all the way down to how my day start.
Go ahead.
So if my day start chaotic, probably ain't gonna be a lot of people in my session.
I like that.
I like to be by myself to shake the energy off or to put that into the music.
You're aware of yourself. Like,
yeah.
I don't even want
that to feed off on you. You know, cause I've had moments where I let that bleed off on people and I see how it affect them. So now I'm more selective on just my space, being in my presence, where it's like, if I want you around, it's a reason. And it ain't just cause you my partner. Like, if I invited you to a session, it's cause your energy is radiating. Like, I feed off it with mine.
Absolutely.
It adds to the energy I'm feeling. It don't feel like it's bringing it down.
Diminishing.
It's right there, or it's uplifting it.
Absolutely.
And those type of people I have in my sessions. And I don't have deep sessions. If it's a deep session, it's because it was a collaborative session where it's like
everybody.
We got about 4-5 artists.
Absolutely.
6-7 producers. You know, just different numbers of people in there. That's the only time I'm in a crowded session.
Gotcha.
My personal sessions, I'm either by myself.
Just you and the engineer.
I'm with feminine energy.
Right.
Or I'm with my bros. I'm with people that I genuinely rock with, and it's probably like one hand to count on.
Gotcha.
Like, I don't like deep sessions because everybody don't need to be in there.
Real, bro.
Some people be sitting there the whole time on their phone, not interacting with the song or not giving you feedback.
Exactly.
I was just talking to my homegirl Southside Cheeky. That's another artist I'm putting you on to.
I know the name.
Tap in.
I know the name. Female, right?
Yes.
I know the name.
Tap in.
Bro, like, you know, I'm tapped in. Bro, I know the name is familiar.
She one of the ones. Southside Cheeky.
Shout out to her, man. That's what's up. That's what's up.
But I just was talking to her about, you know, things like this, where we just like, sometimes it frustrates us because people don't think like that, because they not treating it with that same level of care, respect, or admiration
to the craft.
And I feel like that's why we, you know, do this with so much intention. That's also why we in the positions we in.
That's why you don't compare me. It's been from the beginning.
Where it all started.
It's where it all started.
You know what I'm saying?
Real, bro.
Yeah, man.
Let me ask you this, 2025, we're entering in. Scale 1 through 10, what do you rate your grind?
Off the scale. That motherfucker breaking that motherfucker like
Integrity.
Cause I'm at it every day. I'm literally on some Tyler the Creator shit where he just like nothing really is old. Where he's just like you can promote something that you put out 4 years ago and keep promoting it, keep pushing it because it could be 1 million people that know you. But it's still like 6 million others, 6 billion others that don't know who you are.
On some money move, hitting type jump, bro. Like, we gonna keep pushing it.
Keep pushing it. Why not?
Real, bro.
Why not? Nobody, bro, it could be a viral song, a hit song. Keep pushing it. It's people that don't know it. When you start going to other continents, other countries, they don't know it.
They don't know it.
And if they do, it's a small spectacle. Unless you just got that big. Some people get that big, but not everybody gets that big. We'll never see another artist get as big as Michael Jackson.
You think so?
Never. We'll never see no type of essence like that. Ever. No energy like that. Because name one.
Go ahead, bro.
Name one person that can stand there.
Can you give me, okay, let me ask you this. If you went in order, a pecking order, Jackson, can you give me 2, 3, 4, or 5? Or it's too hard to even fathom?
I wouldn't name nobody else.
It's too hard, right?
I wouldn't name nobody else. Like, I can name great acts. I can name great entertainers that you could have in the conversation.
But you can't.
But you just can't. Because I haven't seen, since I've been on this earth,
ahead, bro.
I haven't seen one person be able to stand on a stage for 10 minutes straight without smiling, moving, sweating, breathing. And the crowd is going
nuts. People fading. Look.
You would think they having exorcisms. You would think a spirit done got into them. You think they having the Holy Ghost. Like it's in church. People falling out. People screaming like they just really starstruck. And then he proceeds to do one movement. He'll turn his head. Then they get louder.
He's like, I didn't know it could get louder.
He'll take his shades off, fainting. He do one little shoulder move before the beat even started, or you hear one little sound from a beat. Doosh.
That inspired you, didn't it?
No, it inspired me.
Because you said you started off being a dancer, entertainer.
And,
you saw what
MJ
is the pinnacle.
Definitely one of the things I was studying coming up. Like, I loved MJ.
Real, bro.
I loved MJ. Like my mama, my sister was annoyed with me as a kid because every road trip, every time we go into the store, I wanted to hear the Thriller album.
Go ahead.
I wanted to hear the Thriller album. Real. I said, "Can we put the Michael Jackson CD on?" And she like, "Oh my God, we just listen to it top to bottom,
bro,
all the time." And I'm talking about I mimicked the dance moves. I wanted to dress like I dressed up as him for Halloween sometimes. I love Michael.
Wow.
So I embody that with my stage presence.
Real.
When it comes to me doing shows, I take that very seriously, So and people will tell you that I'm one of the best performers in Atlanta, hands down.
Come on, bro. I love it.
Hands down, I'm top of the list. Like, it ain't too many people that's gonna give you a real show like me. Like, I'm in their face, I'm in the crowd,
I see your performance.
I'll hang from the Raptor if I got to. The Raptures, where they put the jerseys, the banners, I'll hang from it and rap if I got to. Like, that's the type of stuff I like to do, just to take it there. Like, I'm showing y'all, like, I love this craft. I love what I'm doing. I want to wow y'all. I want to impress y'all. I want y'all to feel like y'all didn't just come to karaoke night.
Bar. What's something you learned about yourself in 2024?
I say that I was a narcissist for a good few years where I couldn't see beyond myself much.
Okay. Deep dive. What do you mean by that? Like you couldn't?
To the point where I wouldn't even say I was selfish, but to the point where it came off selfish because I wouldn't truly consider people's time or people's emotions or just like the small things that people might do that I need to pour back into or that I need to reciprocate or that I need to just simply acknowledge.
Was it entitlement?
No, I never felt entitled.
It was just you was narcissistic.
Yeah.
You just didn't realize like I had to even give.
Sometimes you so engulfed in yourself that you're not seeing everything going on outside of you. You're not seeing everything that's going on around you. And it caused me to lose a lot.
It wasn't always like that though, was it? You poured on a selfish mode. Was it out of necessity?
I feel like it was a bit of like something missing, but also a bit of me being selfless for so long.
That's what I meant, out of necessity.
Yeah,
it's like you put others before you.
Yeah,
you saw...
so for so long to the point where it was like, maybe I need to be a little selfish, or maybe I need to not pour so much into this person, that person, or not give so much of myself to this person, that person.
Who wins when you're selfish?
Nobody. Really, like, me being selfish, it might seem like a win, but in reality, it's setting you back with your karma. It's setting you back with what you putting out into the world. Because when you're being selfish, you're going to get that gain for a temporary amount of time. That gain that you get from being selfish is temporary. It's not something that's everlasting like it would have been if it would have been for the betterment of more or the whole.
Who wins when you're selfless?
Everyone, in a sense. Because sometimes you could be so selfless to where you're not loving yourself enough to where you done poured too much, now your cup empty. But you can still pour enough for everybody to win.
To reach that German kid in his mom's basement at 14 years old, do you have to be selfless or selfish?
Selfless. Because if you're being selfish, it might not reach them. It might be so. It might be to the point where people don't even want to tell other people about you because of how selfish you are, to where it can't reach that kid.
As an artist, you're looking at you being a artiste. I have to paint this picture and be selfless. Mm-hmm. I can't worry about how y'all feel about me. Mm-mm. Every emotion I go through, as a son, as a father, as a ladies' man, mm-hmm. as a brother to mm-hmm. many, I have to be selfless.
Yeah.
That's what you mean.
And that's why people love me, for real.
Respect.
I lost sight of it through certain years, or
bless you.
Whew. But I lost sight of it through certain years just off of things I've been through.
Gotcha.
Where, like, you know, dealing with grief, dealing with real loss, dealing with someone I thought would always be there. It caused me to change a bit to where I lost myself. But me fighting to get back to who I know I am.
Gotcha.
Is why I'm in front of you today.
Real. What's something you learned about those around you in 2024?
I learned that the ones around me need to be on the same frequency.
Gotcha.
Need to embody.
You're big on energy, big on frequency, big on
just the things I embody, things I stand on, principles, your heart, your soul, the way you love people, the way you treat people. I'm big on that. Like, I had to distance myself from people because of how they treated people. You know, I lost friendships due to how certain people I had around me was treating people, to where it took away, to where it took away from me. It took away from my journey. You know, to where it's like, are you condoning this type of behavior?
You saying something.
You know, so
you saying something.
Me going through that, it made me be a lot more selective of who I'm around, really getting to know people.
Was that a hard thing to grasp, knowing that, you know, you had to sever some
certain ties.
You had to sever certain relationships.
It was very difficult. It was very difficult, especially when you hold certain people to very high regards, when you speak highly of them, when you know, trusted that wasn't their character. And then you grew to learn that it might have been a little altered. Not to say that is them, but to know that the capabilities that potentially happened, to know that that's even a allegation, or to know that even potentially happened, is just like, I cannot allow myself to remain in this environment, or just to remain around you and act like nothing needs to be changed, act like nothing needs to happen, nothing needs to be different.
Real.
You know, because say I just keep being your bro, say I keep allowing you to treat people like this, what does that mean, or what does that say about me? You. And I really dealt with real loss of that. Like, people that I knew outside of my bro, I lost friendships with them off of things that he did. Because they were like, okay, this happened. I made you aware that this happened. Yeah, you might have tried to, prevent this, prevent that. They might have also made it difficult because they kept, being in something that I also was like, hey, just leave it be.
Real.
To the point where it just left everything in turmoil. To the point where I had to lose out the most. Because I had to lose 2 friends back to back. Because I had to lose one that I didn't even meet through this bro.
Gotcha.
And then I had to lose a bro that met this person through me.
Do you go back?
As far as what?
Mending.
Always.
Grace.
Me personally, I like to leave things in a graceful state. I like to try to be on cordial terms more than anything. If it's gotta be just nothing, that's cool. If it's gotta be when we see each other, we just speak. That's also cool. I'm never someone that holds a grudge for real or tries to like let that hate thrive or let that negative energy thrive. It's like, you did that, you gonna learn from it. But we better at a distance. I can love you from a distance. I can love you from afar.
Real. Growing up, did your dad have a lot of men in and out of the house? Friends?
Nah, my dad, small circle. My mama was the one that had like, that's where I get most of my personality from. Like just the people person. She was the one that knew everybody.
Who was the funny one?
Both of them.
Gotcha. You said that's your wit. That's where you get your...
Yeah, it's a mix. Because my dad got more of like the sarcastic funny. Like you got to kind of think a little bit.
Right. Got
my
you like
mom,
cliffhanger.
She just quick-witted. Like just real witty. You say something, she got something fired right back.
Gotcha.
And I come from that. My sister the same way. Like my sister and my close friend Miko and my other bro Bill, they play a big role. Like
sure.
Me being cool.
Are
like
they in the music or?
Not even in the music.
Are they into the music or not?
No, my sister doesn't make music. She done wrote a verse that's actually fire. Like it's decent.
Sure.
Like it's to the point where it's like that could be something.
I might use that.
Like if I add to it, I could put her on a song.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
That's hard.
But like Bill, my boy Bill, he's into film. He's into like being behind the camera.
Gotcha.
He directed films. He's been on movie sets.
Oh wow.
He's been on show sets. Like real big shows. You know what I'm saying. He worked on BMF to just name one.
Come on,
you know what
bro.
I'm saying. So.
He from the east side too?
Yeah. Grew up in the same neighborhood.
Shout out to him, man. It's hard.
We grew up in the exact same neighborhood. I met him in the 5th grade.
Hard, bro. That's dope.
Been my friend ever since. Like
that's dope, bro.
Been my brother ever since. Like, and him, Miko, and my sister are the reason why I feel like I'm as cool as people perceive me as. Because me being sheltered, you can kind of grow up and not really know much about stuff. You would grow up as what they call a green. You know what I'm saying?
Wet behind the ears, green. Absolutely. I know what you're saying.
That's as I'm younger. Before I was really able to go out my mama's house more, to really jump off the porch, to really be outside, to go and be in the city, to go be in these clubs and bars.
Right.
Like I was in my first club at 14.
Gotcha. So you absolutely that's about right. No, that's about right. Teen clubs. That's right. That's about right.
Like club fusions.
Absolutely.
Niggas know obsessions.
Come on, bro.
These clubs I really shouldn't have been in, but I'm there because of who I know, who I was raised around. You know what I'm saying? So. Then, just embodying certain things about just like with loyalty, how you talk to people, how you treat your friends, how you be there for your friends. It was things that they learned from their environments of growing up that I might not have seen if I wasn't their friend, or that I might not have learned if I wasn't their friend.
Absolutely. And vice versa.
Exactly. Like it's things they learned from me. From me having a more blessed life, or I wouldn't even say more blessed, but just a more fortunate in a way. Like to where it's like I had more resources.
That's so true.
I had more help.
So true.
And that's really all it is. It's not that I was living better, because even being in a 2-parent home, it wasn't like I was living like a rich kid. It wasn't like it was like everything was just falling into my lap.
You're saying something.
So I cherish that, and I put flowers on that.
Respect.
Because without them, There's no if. There, you wouldn't know me. You wouldn't have. We wouldn't made it to this point.
Real.
Like they played a big role in me getting here.
Respect. You hold that dear, don't you?
Yeah, for sure.
Know, you know, like some people say they hustle for their first name. They hustle for my last name, not my first name.
Yeah.
You hustle for your village.
Yeah.
Like you
This
really...
is for them. Like for real. Like I'm okay. Like, not saying that it won't happen, but if this doesn't go where I see it, if it don't go to the heights and the levels I know I can take it to, I know what I did along the way. Gotcha. I know how much it means to have seen me go through what I went through and still succeed. I've reached levels and heights that I wouldn't even say nobody, but most people from where I come from don't make it to. Like, I've been on stages, I've been in rooms where it's like, bro, yes, I'm supposed to be here, but it ain't like everybody and their mama over there is in this room or getting in this room or able to be respected in this room. So I don't play with that. I don't play with the anointing that God placed on my life. I don't play with the prayers that get spoken on that I'm not even knowing about. I know I'm blessed like this because a lot of people pray for me. A lot of people believe in me.
There's no giving up with you, is it?
My bro Bill always say I got John Cena willpower.
Come
He
on.
be like, well, you got John Cena willpower. He been saying that since I was a kid. He was like, that's one reason why a lot of people won't be able to beat you. A lot of people can't defeat you. A lot of shit won't defeat you. I've seen a lot of shit try to take you out, but it can't.
Go ahead, bro.
Because that willpower you got, you just don't give up. I'm talking about even when it come down to video games, bro. I could be you could whoop my ass 10 times.
I'm
gonna be like, run it back, run it again, run it again. That one time I get you, boy, don't let me live it down. I'm not gonna let you live it down. I'm talking crazy. I'm talking cash shit. Like I've been beating you all day.
Absolutely.
But it's just because I was that determined to win. Even if I get that one, it means the most. You could win all them times. I could lose all them times, but that one time I win, that could be the one that changed everything forever.
Real.
And that's how I feel about life, you know. And them being my friends, my sister being her, my mama being her, my dad being him, it gave me the skin that I got. It gave me the thick skin. It gave me the mental. It gave me the mindset. Them giving me the game they gave so young is why I'm wise beyond my years. And I'm able to see things before people see it. I'm able to tell folks these different perspectives that they might not even look through a lens of because they just hurt or emotional or irrational at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Because I can dissect things sometimes to the point where it's like, you ain't even got to crash out. You could. And you might not be wrong for doing it, but you don't got to. And here's why. Versus just saying you don't got to. A lot of times you can tell somebody don't do something where you don't have to do that, but not give them a reason. And they just like, give me one good reason. Give me 5 reasons why I shouldn't go. You know what I'm saying? But me being blessed in that nature, I'm able to prevent a lot. I'm able to.
Always been a natural leader.
I feel like that for sure. And that's why I gave myself the self-proclaimed name of Eastside General. And that's also why nobody has checked it. That's also why nobody be online like, this nigga ain't from the East Side. He ain't no general. And then it ain't because I'm trying to say I'm like a boss dog or a big dog to anybody, or I'm big bro in anybody. A lot of people call me big bro. A lot of people look up to me like a big bro, but that's just because of how I carry myself.
Real.
The level of confidence I radiate, the way I move, the way I care for my folks, the way I set the example. That's
Real,
leadership. It don't necessarily got to be about running a gang because you the top dude in the trap.
That's right.
It's more than that. It's deeper than that. If you can get people to radiate on a higher frequency, that means something.
General.
That's where it come from. Literally where it come from.
Besides Aiden, what is your proudest accomplishment thus far?
Honestly, I say just showing everybody what it means to really not give up.
Respect.
Every time. I feel like I've been through so much. I've lost a lot. I've lost it's a bar. I've literally said, I've lost so much at this point, I can't lose.
Bar. I've lost so much at this point, I can't lose.
Like, I mean that shit because it's just like, bro, you can lose everything. But if you don't find a reason to keep going, then you really just gone. You lost. It's nothing more coming from that. But if you can find a way out of that, if you can pull yourself out of that, before digging yourself a deeper grave, you're going to be grateful that you did. You're going to be happy that you did. And a lot of people going to cheer you on when you do. Sometimes it's lonely trying to pull yourself out of that hole.
I was going to get to that. Like, speaking of cheering on, how has your, how has the support been on this independent journey?
It fluctuates. When you first start, sometimes it's a whole village. Sometimes you first start and it's nobody. But then as you keep going through the journey, you eventually build that community to where it's like, okay, now I got at least 100 people that I know gonna always
rock with me.
Then sometimes you reach the big heights. Like me personally, I've reached those big heights to where it's like, bro, I've been in the room with J. Cole.
Come on, bro.
I've had Kanye West to follow me on Instagram. Wow. I have literally a picture with Wiz Khalifa where he's embracing me like he's known me his whole life. All off a conversation we had in person, and someone just caught the moment. So it's like, I know that I serve a higher purpose in this. I know how important I am, and I don't play with that. I feel like I really gotta move with pure intention. And that's why when you ask me what I feel like the game missing in this year, in this age, in this era, it's intention, and then consistency of the intention. Because sometimes the intention gets blurred because they're not being consistent in that. They'll start with something, but then now they're going over here crashing out. Like, imagine J. Cole giving all the game he giving his music and telling you the stories he's told.
Right.
And then out of nowhere, he starts making music where it's murder, murder, kill, kill. Right?
Man, going through something. It's like he lost his attention.
What happened? What happened to the guidance I was getting from you? Not saying that it's not a lane or avenue for that.
Right.
Because yes, we have those artists.
Absolutely.
Go crazy, bro. Like that's your life. I can't judge it.
Dictate with somebody else. Absolutely.
Like Baby Kid, I rock with it.
You said Baby
Kid.
Gotcha.
He out of Atlanta, Cleveland Ave, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But he makes like the modern day crash out music. And the young dudes love it. I love it just off of the energy it radiates. Like it's like, But then when you really start to think of the substance, it's like you got to be more intentional with what you giving off. Because to him, he's telling his story,
and he's intentional,
but he's not realizing the effect on the kids. He's not realizing the effect on people in general. That almost like when Grand Theft Auto San Andreas came out, where it's like, I'm seeing this and I'm starting to think it's okay. It's an obtainable thing to do, and I can make it out. If I do this crazy, irrational, whatever,
right?
If I do this and crash out right now, for some reason I feel like I will get out of this. I feel like nothing will happen, or I feel like there's no real consequences, and it's all because he may not even understand how much impact he makes. He could just think he's just going in the booth telling his truth. That's why I can't judge the artist. I can't say that the artist is the reason why we in a certain cycle of things going a certain way or being portrayed a certain way. It's just the intention. It's not the music. It's not because they talking about the trap. It's just how you talk about it.
How you talk about it.
My mama always said, it's not about what you say, it's how you say it. So it's like, I pay attention to that now. Even when it comes to relationships, it's always about how you say something. You can say something calm and get a way different reaction from saying something when you angry and yelling.
Absolutely.
Or cussing,
That's so true.
And I learned it through losing things, through not doing things the right way, So I treat everything with a different level of grace, a different level of love, a different level of understanding. And that's why my life is more in a peaceful state, I would say now.
Real. Speaking of relationships,
who
in this world knows you the best?
Honestly, I would say a beautiful soul that is in my life right now. So, I don't want to put it out there like that. I would, but I don't want to put it out there. I like to protect,
I respect it.
I like to protect that.
We're on the same.
Yeah, but
you separate real life.
Yeah, from everything else that's going on.
I love that.
But
yeah,
a beautiful
that person
soul.
knows you
She
the best.
knows me very
Respect.
well. And then, I mean, it's a few people. I could name a handful. Like, you know, my BM, she definitely know me.
Real.
She know me for sure. Like, she done seen me at my highest, she done seen me at my low. Like, my lowest low, you know? And even though, you know, things ain't where we both might have, you know, initially had the intention to go to, we still have a good level of respect and love now. Like, we had to get there. I feel like time had to play its role. Maturity had to play its role. Understanding, wisdom, all that. Like, things just had to play out to get to a space where we could co-parent healthy. Like, to exist in a healthy... We're Aiden wins. Because at the end of the day, even before Aiden was a thought or even a thing, we both had a conversation about bringing a kid into the world where it was just like, it's going to have to be about them.
Real.
No matter what, we going to have to always come back here for our seed.
Real.
And that's one thing I can always have love and respect for her on. Like, no matter what, she has never really pent him against me or like put it in a space where it's like, you won't be able to see your son.
You're a good man. That's real, bro.
Like, for sure, I gotta give her the love and respect on that. Like, I mean, and being transparent, of course, you're gonna have them arguments where y'all say some crazy shit, or you be like, nah, like, it's gonna get said. But her actions have always been solid. As far as when it came to him,
real
solid. When it comes to our son, it's been solid.
Real.
So I respect her and got nothing but love for her.
Respect.
And, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure she want me to be just as happy as I'm sure I would for her. You know, like, as long as she finds that peace and the happiness that maybe we didn't get to, I can be content in that.
Real.
And I got to that space. Like, before, it was like, nah.
Right. Just
can't, because I just, the way, you know, my parents been together for like, what, 37, 38 years?
Real.
You know, so for me, grow up seeing that, I wanted that.
Absolutely.
But that's not always your story. That's not always how your life play out or pan out. So I had to find a way to be okay with that.
Does letter M see himself being married?
Eventually.
Respect.
I believe in marriage. I believe in love. I don't think my real perception of love has changed. I do feel like it gained more boundaries, but I don't think it really changed. Like, what I think I'll obtain eventually, I feel like I can still obtain that.
Real.
It's all about, for me, I feel like my self-worth. As long as I'm my best self, I'll attract that.
As long as I'm my best work, I'll attract the best.
Attract that.
Real.
If I'm not being my best self, I'm gonna get the worst.
The worst. That's a bar, bro.
Tell you.
Who in this world do you admire the most?
That was a good question. I ain't never been asked that before.
Respect.
Honestly, I say my dad.
Respect.
I say my dad. He's like my superhero for real.
Come on, bro.
Because he's the true epitome and embodiment of what men go through when it comes to having to bite your tongue, having to suffer in silence.
Saying something, bro.
Having to still show up for everybody when it's like, bro, I'm gonna fall apart.
You saying something.
I've seen him break down. I've seen him weak. And I never looked at him as weak.
Wow.
I looked at that as strength. I looked at that as like, you've been holding on so long that you finally were able to embrace it. You finally let it hit. You finally let those tears out. You finally let yourself feel that pain.
Wow.
And sometimes I'm able to just feel him to the point where I might just hug him and let him know, like, I miss him too. Or I miss those folks too. Like, I love you. I see you. I can feel you. Like, I let him know that. But that's also because he was able to do that for me when I didn't even know what I was feeling. So watching him go through things and show up for everyone.
Everybody.
I'm talking about everybody without hesitating.
Complaint.
He you might get out of him as a sigh, but he'll still never really make you feel that unless it becomes too much. Everybody got a breaking point.
Absolutely. We're all human.
So he's my superhero.
Respect, bro.
For sure.
Respect.
That's who I look at and admire on a daily, like, for sure. Like, Respect,
likewise with my dad. That's real, bro. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like, when I show him things and get, the reactions from him, I don't even know if he know how much it means
to you that.
Yeah, like sometimes I might not even show him for real that like his reaction is making me feel crazy.
Yeah, because you still absolutely,
like,
bro, absolutely.
So
that's the testosterone. You still,
like I ain't like we older now, so it's like I can't be too like but it's like but it definitely be having me sitting there like dang, like my pops really fuck with this, or like my pops really behind me on this, or like he caught that, like he be catching bars and he be sitting there like they don't know what the fuck you saying, like he be geeked over me, you feel me? So it's like to have that love and adoration back. That's why I admire him. Like I'm just like everything I truly feel like as a man I embody, I got from him.
Respect.
The things any woman might have ever loved about me, or in any time frame got to know from me, or the love I gave them, that's because of what my dad showed my mama.
Real.
Point blank.
Respect, bro. Respect. Speaking of respect, is it better to be loved or respected?
I say respected.
I would say looking at
it's a good percentage on both, but I say respected more than anything, because sometimes people could love you but do something so disrespectful to where it's like you don't have no respect for me. Like your heart loves me, but your actions don't have, your soul, everything else is no respect there, to where it's you doing things that I would never thought you would do
if you respected me.
If you respected me. And that's vice versa. That go for me in things I've done to others.
Real, bro. Real.
It's like you might try to say you care for them, you respect them, you love them, but your actions are gonna always show different if that's not what you embodying, if that's not how you moving. You gotta really move in that way.
That's a fact.
To embody that, to make them feel that you care in that way that you say you do. You gotta show up.
Real.
And be consistent in that. I fell short in a lot of relationships off of inconsistency. Not because I didn't have the capability or the potential to be what they desire from a man or want out of a man. I was inconsistent. And that's me taking accountability in myself.
Self-evaluating and having integrity. Absolutely.
Literally. Like,
absolutely.
If I never did that, I wouldn't have grown. If I never did that, I wouldn't have met other people that could see me as my true self versus my worst self.
Real. Sometimes
people leave you at your worst self and they don't get to see that growth. They don't get to see how you turned into, how you blossomed into what they was always wanting. So
it's some people who will never know letter M right now.
Yeah. It's some people that didn't even know the journey.
They always are gonna know and keep you at value of what they remembered you.
Last thing they saw me as. Last thing you remember, my last worst moment or my last best moment. That's what you gonna remember me as, unless you get a real in-person view of what's going on now. Because I'm not the same person. Yes, I still have the same characteristics, the same genuine heart, soul, but I'm not the same person. I never worked this hard to stay the same at all. Like Ho said, never worked this hard to stay the same. You want it to evolve. You want it to be better. You work this hard to be better. Me personally, I work this hard to be better. I don't know if that's everybody's intention, but me personally, I want to be better in every way, every day. I want to always elevate and embody the things that I see myself to be, the things that everyone even looks at me to be. I got to live up to that.
Are you in album mode, project mode? What are you gearing up for?
A lot of things.
I know you are.
I'm coming crazy.
What is 2025 bringing? First quarter, second quarter? Give us.
I say second quarter. It's up. It's up and stuck there.
I believe it, bro.
For sure. Like I have so much heat and just breath of fresh air music, I call it, to the point where it's like, yeah, bro. Like it's just affirming, confirming. It's needed right now. Like everything I'm about to do is intentional, and it's great.
What's the first project name?
The very first one is a surprise drop. I won't say when it's coming, but it's called Facing My Circumstances Relentlessly.
Facing My Circumstances Relentlessly.
So it's literally gonna be on streaming, abbreviated as FMCR.
That's why I was trying to get the abbreviation. FMCR.
Mm-hmm. And 13, 14 tracks. Great production.
You got tattoos?
Yep. I got like, I say about 14 of them.
You thought about getting that tatted, didn't you?
Yep.
I know you did.
As soon as I came with that title, I was like, I ain't gonna lie. As soon as I came with that title, man, I was like, that abbreviation
that's hard.
with the right font.
Absolutely. That's hard, bro.
I'm like, wild out with the placement. Like,
I know you did.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
sir, that's hard.
yeah, for sure.
Wrong with that.
For sure.
Wrong with that, bro. Why are you so transparent, bro?
I got here through the things I've been through. I wasn't always this transparent. I wasn't always this vocal. I wasn't always this in tune with my emotions or able to articulate myself in a way where I was expressive or could break down exactly what I'm feeling or really pinpoint why I feel a certain way. It came through people I met, people I experienced, whether it be my partners or a woman I'm dealing with. I learned different things from them that maybe they didn't even have a conversation with me about. It could have been through just me paying attention to their patterns, me paying attention to them as a person, like really seeing them.
Yes.
I'm somebody that really sees people.
You analyze. I know you do.
So it's like, even without you knowing, I know a lot more about you than you think.
Absolutely. I know you do.
So it's like, that's how I treat everyone that I come into contact with. It's like,
with respect.
With respect.
I would be disrespecting you if I didn't know about you.
If I didn't know about you.
That's how I am, bro.
Cause then it creates that space where it's like a little plateau of I might be looking at you like you're less than, or I might look at you like we're not on the same level. We're not the same status. I don't like you. Like I don't care to acknowledge your presence. I don't care to acknowledge the things you've done or accomplished for yourself. So I treat everybody in whatever room with the same respect.
Same respect.
Like I haven't been in a room with J. Cole. It's one of my favorite moments because he's literally my favorite rapper. He's been my favorite rapper since I was 16. So finally have met him and see how down to earth he was. And in fact, he didn't treat me like I was just nobody. I'm like, I'm doing everything I need to do. I'm embodying exactly that. I'm embodying being a down to earth, genuine person to where people know I'm still human. I could be, the world could know me. The whole population could know who M is at a certain point in time. And I'm going to still walk around like taking pictures. I'm going to still talk to people, take time out to open up if they asking me a vulnerable question. Like, it might not be where I give them too much, but I give them enough to take just something from it.
Real. I'm a guy from the east side who just followed and went through and was consistent.
I just never gave up.
Never gave up. It's real,
I just never gave up. And
1,000.
I feel like anybody that's met me can vouch for that. Anybody that's met me can vouch that I showed love. And then even beyond that personal interaction, I've showed love. I went to like a song, I went to DM, checked it, I text you back, DM'd you back. Like just those small things mean something that you don't even, you wouldn't even imagine. Liking the person's post out of nowhere and they looking at you like, bro, you reached heights that to me, you look famous.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like I done had people tell me for real, like my DJ.
Saying something.
Like so I got two DJs. My very first one is DJ Guate. Shout out DJ Guate.
Shout out to him.
Motherfucking dog. Then I got DJ Zoo.
Shout out to him.
DJ Zoo had a conversation with me a day or two ago where he was like, bro, before I actually met you for the first time, I thought you were so famous that I wouldn't be able to like kick it with you like this. That I would think that I wouldn't even be able to have real in-depth conversations with you. Like he looked at me like you would a Jid, you know, 50,
no,
like
yeah,
just
like,
the list go on. He looked at me like that. So that's would also let me know the intensity of his belief. It's like, bro, you looked at me from the outside looking in, like I already was gone. I'm still trying to get it.
Are you hard on yourself?
Yes, I'm my biggest critic.
Is that a good or bad thing?
Both. Because sometimes you could be so hard on yourself that you don't allow ideas to exist or live or even get the seed planted to grow. Sometimes you'll literally just procrastinate so much because you conflicted to where it's like no one else gets to experience it.
Gotcha.
And then you miss your moment of being, in a sense, the first one to do something. Wow. In a sense, the first one to make change or to set something into a wave, to make a trend, because You were scared?
Real. Of your greatness. On my computer, I literally have written it out on computer paper and typed it up and cut it up right on my computer. I have to look at it every time I open my computer.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of your greatness. I have to look at it every day.
Sometimes your dreams will scare you. Sometimes your purpose. Sometimes your purpose will scare you. When you start to really know what you capable of, when you start to realize how many people you touch, sometimes it'll scare you. Cause it's like, what if I don't use this for the right things? What if I don't use this gift for the right things? What if I'm not using this gift with the right intention to the point where it set folks back? Or to the point where I'm just hindering people? Or to the point where I'm not giving these folks something to really provoke thought or to make them better or to help them heal? Music is supposed to heal us.
Letter M, what if you don't use your gift at all?
Doing a disservice to everybody.
Come on, bro.
And I mean that in every fashion.
Every facet of the word. I'm doing a disservice.
Disservice. Whether you play ball, whether you play any type of sport, whether you analyze sports, whether you behind the camera, whether you an artist with a canvas, whether you somebody that just started on an idea because it just came to you yesterday and you don't got nobody in the world believing in it. You have to.
Letter M, when it's all said and done, what would you want your legacy to be?
Honestly, I would want to just have embodied everything that I set for myself. Like any challenge I put in front of me, any goal I wanted to reach, I would simply just want to make sure that I reach that and I embody that to where it's an example for my legacy to continue on beyond me when it comes down to being instilled into my son. My son seeing me do those things. Even if he doesn't want a life of music, that he treats it as such with every other aspect of his life.
He does. Real.
For sure.
Time or money? Which one means most to you?
Time. The paper don't mean nothing. Time. Because I could be a millionaire right now. I could be a billionaire right now. I could be a trillionaire, a gazillionaire, whatever the number go to, infinity of the X amount that you can reach in this life. It won't bring back nobody that meant the most to me, that meant more than monetary value. Money won't bring none of that back. Money can't even change outcomes. Only outcomes it sometimes can change is health issues or physical circumstances. But as far as losing somebody, as far as being able to literally, get someone out of jail sometimes money ain't enough.
Real. Saying something, bro.
Sometimes it's just not enough. You could trick off on a girl, but if you hurt her enough, that money means nothing.
Nothing. Wow. Real, bro. Real. Let me ask you this, man. With the $100 million in your bank account tomorrow morning, what changed about you?
Just how much in my account?
Bar.
The only thing that changed is how much in my account. Because I've had money. I've had a lot of money before. But all it did was teach me how to maintain it. Splurging through it and losing it and having a more difficult path to get back in that position, it showed me how intentional you gotta be.
Real.
Because when I just felt like, oh, I'm gonna just make that back, I'm gonna get it back. And then it wasn't that. It taught me a lot. It gave me a lot of, it humbled me to the point where it's like, okay, any given moment, this can be gone. So that's why I say money don't matter.
Man, you saying something, bro.
Because if it's gone, but that's all that you had to offer, that's all that gave you value, then...
Bro, that's...
You know what I'm saying?
That's all that gave you value. Who are you?
Who are you? What do people perceive you as? That's why women look at a lot of rich dudes as corny. They look at a lot of rich dudes with money as corny. They don't know how to have real fun because they've always
used that as leverage.
Had that.
Real.
Or they have a sense of entitlement off of being rich. And that's gender neutral. It ain't even just men. Women are like that too. Rich women are like that too. where they feel like if you can't give them X amount of this or this, that, and the fourth off of their list, off of their rubric, when it's like in reality you shouldn't give somebody a rubric to live up to. They should either naturally match it or you should just love them for who they are.
Who they are. Real. When it's all said and done, where do you retire? City, suburb, or country?
I say I'm gonna have a home in all of those.
All of them. That's the first person I heard say that. That's real, bro.
I'm gonna have a home in all of them. I want a 1-story home in the country.
Come on.
I want a 2-story home in the city.
Bar.
And a 3-story
over the suburbs.
Over the suburbs.
That's real. I love it. I love it.
Cause why not? Let me get my mansion in the suburbs.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. This is the last. This is something I'm doing new.
Okay.
Which I think is dope. Letter M, if you could look into that camera.
This one right here?
Yep, your camera right here.
This one right here? Y'all killing me, man. Y'all killing me. I don't know how to hold tie, people. I don't know how to hold tie. Why would I hold tie? This one right here.
That's real. Bro, if you can look into that camera and literally to your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren.
Okay.
Tell them about this life in 2025 and who their grandfather is and what he's doing in this world right now.
Okay. To my grandkids and my grandkids' kids, and so far and beyond. Your granddad did everything he said he would do. He also embodied everything that was a principle, a moral, and everything that falls under genuine. He wore his heart on his sleeve, but he loved unconditionally. And you will embody these things as well. You will achieve things that I may not have been able to achieve. You will become things that I wasn't able to become. But due to me setting this foundation, you won't have to suffer as much. You won't have to struggle as much. Your path won't be as difficult. You will have to try. You will have to have a passion for something. You will have to fight for something that you love. But it won't be as difficult because I made sure that your pathway was clear.
I love that, bro. I love that. Love that. Absolutely love that, bro.
For sure.
Respect.
Respect.
Letter M. Letter
Love,
M.
man. We in this, man. Come on, man. Come on. East side in it. Come on. What that? STONEMOUNTAIN. Come on.
Bro.
Come on.
Real, bro.
Come on, man.
As tradition
Come on, man.
on the integrity response, if you can reach it to that bowl, grab one fortune cookie.
Okay.
Open it, read it to your supporters, and just like that, brother, we out of here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right. You know how it goes. I love it.
Gotta get up in there.
Yeah.
Pause for the camera, make sure. Don't put me on the pause segment.
That's real, bro.
No, and I heard before you read, you're supposed to eat one.
That's what people are saying. I've been hearing that. Everybody says that. Absolutely. Go ahead.
Just crazy.
Go ahead.
Hey, look, hold on.
Go ahead.
So I ain't smacking in the pole. It say, a smile increases your face value.
Bar.
Gotta
A smile increases your face value.
Gotta keep that, cause that's real. It do,
bro.
I'm like, since I've been young, my smile was almost like my identity, almost like on some Magic Johnson. Like, you know how Magic Johnson got a lot of endorsements just off of being a black man that smiled.
Bro, you saying something?
That's me. Like, even when I had a depression phase or when I wasn't myself for real, my family would remind me of how happy I was. They would be like, you was the light in the room. Like, when we would be down or people going through things, you came around joking and making people laugh when they didn't want to. Even when they super angry, you'll come and say something off the wall that's just like, damn, I can't even be mad no more.
Be mad no more.
So that's what made me fight to get back to myself. That's what made me realize I was losing myself. Because I always was smiling. I realized how much I wouldn't even open my mouth. I realized how much I'd be sitting in a room in the same spot for hours just because I'm in my head. I had to choose to be happy. I had to fight to be happy. If I chose to keep being depressed, if I chose to keep being sad, if I chose to keep letting things that I fell short of be what defined me, I wouldn't be able to be here having this conversation right now. It would have literally killed me.
Bro, you're saying something. You saying something, bro. Respect, bro. Respect. Taylor Port, look at that smile.
Hey, man. Hey, now. Taylor Port, get at me. I know y'all Instagram.
Yeah,
Taylor Port 1800.
Absolutely.
Come on, man.
My brother, man.
Shout
Let
with
it
me.
in, bro. It's been a pleasure, bro. You already know.
Honored that y'all had me, man.
We locked in, bro. You already know it, bro.
This was overly overdue.
We got to do this often.
Yeah, like,
we gotta
I say,
do this,
like,
bro.
what you thinking? Like, a year or two? Maybe 1 year at the most.
Sooner. Let's just do it.
Few months.
Whenever.
Let's see, like, have that progression, that progression conversation. Like, let's see where you at now.
Absolutely.
For sure. I'm with that.
Lock in,
I'm with
sure,
that,
bro.
man. Love.
Appreciate you, bro. Love.
Appreciate you, man.
All day.
For sure.
Letter M. Follow
man.
everything this man has already done, everything this man is doing, everything this man is about to do.
Follow it forever.
Stay tuned for greatness.
I am
2025.
The letter M.
He is.
Yeah, I don't know
Letter
where it's
M.
gonna be. It might be. I don't know. I don't know.
Right,
I don't know
right.
where. You know how they be doing. They be like, it's over here, it's right here. It's in the bio. I don't know. But yeah.
My brother, man. 2025, the Integrity Response. Letter M. Signing off. Salute.